Hello and welcome back where we paint away the stress of everyday life here in Wales, UK. So today I'm going to be painting on a canvas. Hooray! I found this canvas down there. I think I sketched this out, I don't know how many years ago, and I never actually got round to painting it because I thought this is going to take quite a while. And I don't really like making long YouTube lessons, but I'm going to give it a try and see how quick we can get this done today. So it's actually a 24 by 20 canvas. Now you can paint this on any size you want. Basically you just need a picture of a house. So get a picture off the internet or something and just sketch that out, put it there, and let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. That's what I'm going to do. Go for it.
It's time to learn with our friend Clive. So grab your brush, have a great time. And don't forget to click subscribe.
So, moisten down my brush like I do. Now, I'm looking at this sky and I'm thinking, right, okay, so we need a little bit of sky, so I'm going to get some white and I got to get a little bit of blue. I'm using cobalt blue here. I don't know what colors I'm going to be using today. So I got cobalt blue, ultramarine blue, some yellow, white and brown. That's burnt umber. And that's it really. I'll add what I need to add to it. So I'm just going to put some sky colour in, like this. Very loose and free, like that. Let's get some more white in there. And we can add some lighter colour to that as we go along. We need to brighten that up a lot there. Let's just get a lot of white in there like that. There we go. I just want to make that like that. Now this is going to be on a Welsh mountain in Wales. So I've got to think about Welsh mountains now. So we want to put some sort of a Welsh mountain colour in there. So I've also got to remember that this is going to be like a snowy scene as well. So I'm just going to add a little bit of burnt umber to the colour I got there on my brush already. So I haven't added any. I just added blue and white down. Just whatever blue and white I've got on the brush, I've just added a little bit of burnt umber to that because I want to get this mountain colour in like that. Actually, I tell you what we'll do. Let's get a bit more brown. Let's just do this one first. There you go. Now, let's add a little bit more brown to that. I'm a little bit more white. Maybe just a touch of yellow. And let's see what we can do with this. Now, if you've been following along with me on my other lessons, use all those principles that you've learned about building depth in a painting up together. So you can see that's just slightly darker than what's in the background, so that hopefully that should stand forward. There we are. I knocked one of my cables out of my cameras and I seen my light flashing there and I thought, what's going on here? Okay, so fixed it. Bring in a bit of that colour in. Let's get a bit of blue into that now. Undercolour. Undercolour. few different colours in there. Let's get a little bit of burnt umber now. I just wanna do this. It could be a bridge or something there like that. Spread that in like this. Making sense? Is it making sense? Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. So again, I'm going to get some of that burnt umber now. What I'm going to do is put a few dippy dot marks like this. It all makes sense shortly. A few trees just on the back edge there. Now, what I want to do is I need to put some. I'm going to get a little bit of black. As I said, I'm not too sure what colours I'm going to be using. So I just chucked a little bit of black on my palette there. I'm going to mix that with some burnt umber. And I'm just going to put in some shadow marks. Just coming down there like this. Just for now. Just to give me an idea of maybe there's some trees behind this house that we got poking their little heads like that. And we can work on that in a second, and maybe we can do the same here. Let's get a bit of black shadow and one thing and another there. I just think it would be nice if we had a bit of smoke coming out of this house. At the moment, all I'm looking for is just to block out some colours. I'm going to leave a few little light marks in like this. Let's get a little bit of blue now. A little bit of blue. Bit darker there. Think of colour, think of tones and things. I haven't quite decided what I'm doing here yet, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw in a little bit of yellow, just down there like this. a bit of yellow in that sky in a minute. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where this is going now. We could get some marks there like this. Maybe. Bit of blue then. Get a bit black. I got another Facebook page. I got a couple actually. I got a few Facebook pages for the groups. Clive's creative pages and stuff like that. So if you want to, I'll put all the links below in the descriptions if you want to pop along to my Facebook pages. But I've actually got one with my mindset, Clive's healthy living and mindset, and what I talk about there is my 5 principles of healthy living, and that is important to me, because my first one is mindset, and I say that about setting yourself achievable goals, and that's nothing surer than when you're painting something like this, that don't be afraid of making mistakes, because we all have to make mistakes in order to learn. But setting yourself some achievable goals is a big thing. And that's one of my first principles, is making goals achievable. That's important. And having a correct mindset, to be able to achieve these things. Like if you want to learn to paint, and what you need to do is you need to practice a lot. There's a lot of practice that goes in to painting, especially with acrylics. Acrylics not the easiest thing in the world to paint with. They're really not. They dry very fast, but they don't dry fast if you know how to manipulate the paints and how to work with them. And people ask me, how do you do this? How do you do that? A lot of it is basically down to repetitive learning. Working with something week in, week out, sometimes days in, days out. I don't paint every day like I used to. Wish I could. Just not got the time now. But after 30 or 40 years of experience in painting, you tend to just know what you're doing, and it becomes second nature. And that's the thing. And we got to be prepared to put the time in to work. Because people like the Olympians and stuff like that, that go to the Olympics and stuff, and they run the 10-minute mile, and they pick up all these fantastic weights, and they break all these world records, and it's done from pure hard work, dedication. And the same thing is to be said with painting. You really do need to work at it in order to get the experience in your belt. And the journey of working with paints and stuff and learning that skill is is the joy of actual painting itself, and sitting there and not having a time scale to complete a painting. I'm actually working on a painting here that I've been working on now for about the last 12 weeks. There you go. And that's a scene of a local part of my where I live, and I'm just building and building and building that up, and once I've done that, I will recreate it on YouTube as a lesson. But that is just my own particular enjoyment painting, which I come in and I've got no set rules or time scales to work to, and that's the good thing sometimes. And just playing with paints and stuff is my enjoyment. So I'm just loosely putting in some light colour onto this paint. Like that. There you go. Getting a bit of yellow. Bit of yellow and white. There you go. Now, that's going to be a stream, I think. I think that could be stream ice or something like that. No, I got to think of something to put here, haven't I? So let's get some more white there. I'm going to bit more blue, bit of brown, bit of blue, bit more white, bit of brown. Let's have a look. I need to make that a bit darker. The other thing is, so after mindset, what I like to try and say is it's important that you try to get your mental health right. And now I don't mean that we're all running around with anxiety and depression and all that, and I know a lot of you are, and I know a lot of my friends are, I know a lot of my family are, myself personally, I've suffered really badly with acute anxiety and stuff over the years, and it's a horrible beast. It's a horrible beast. But I've said so many times, it's don't suffer in silence. Don't suffer in silence. There's plenty of people out there that can help you. Plenty of counselling sessions and things you can do, or self-help groups and that you can go to. Please don't suffer in silence, because that's the worst thing we can do. It's okay not to feel okay. At the end of the day, we all get down days. We all get down days, but suffering in silence is not good for anybody. And I wasn't the type of person that would go and ask for help. And I went up to the doctors and to see the doctor if I could get some tablets and things. This is what we do, don't we? We try and cope with this. by taking tablets and stuff, and we think tablets are going to make us good, but they don't really, do they? They don't. Once we're on these things, it can take a lifetime to get off them. It can take up to 10 years in some cases, depending on the medication you're on, to actually get off this medication you're on, and that is not healthy. It's not a healthy thing to do. So try to find counselling groups and stuff like that that we can talk. You can talk these things through, and I did. That's exactly what happened to me, and I decided to go down that route because I don't like tablets. I'm quite funny like that. I don't like taking too many tablets and things because it's just not something I do, basically. Okay, now this is looking a bit okay, I think. So trying to get, I don't know what colour to do with this building. Maybe we should do a red building or something beigey colour. I don't know. What colour I got that? I got that building white down on that one. Look, see? Yeah, looks quite like a. But that's nice to wet against the greens. But this is going to be a lot of snow around here. So maybe we can't do that. Let me just get a hairdryer to this now. Okay, what I'm going to do, I think, is one of my favourite tricks, as you know, if you've painted with me before. But I think, yeah, shall I? Let me just get a bit more white paint onto my palette, because I didn't quite put enough out. There we are. Always use more white paint than you think. So when you buy paints, if you buy paints, then always buy more white paint than coloured paint, because you'll use a lot of it. That's a good tip, in fact. So I know this is going to be opaque, but it's fine. So a little bit of white into this sky now. And then bring that down. I want this to look like a wintry scene. So now I'm adding a little bit more white into my paint, because you're not going to see much detail in the back there. A bit more white again. Just flicking that in like this. And a little bit of white just on the trees in the background like that. It's been snowing. There you go. Bit burned umber. Maybe we can put another tree in. But there, put a little one in there, maybe there. Get a bit of snow. Get a bit of shadow under these. Put a bit of snow on. Let's get some white paint on that brush. It's a bit like a Bob Ross type of technique. There you go. There's a little bit of background tree there. Some snow coming in on the mountain now. Oh, there's a spider. Come on, spider. There you go. It's a money spider. He crosses your palm and brings you money. There you go. So what we want to do now is maybe let's get a brush. We need to put some snow in there like that. Right, we want to get a little foliage brush. These are one of my little foliage brushes. You can buy these on the website. Put a bit of a shadow there like that. Okay, let's have a look at this bridge now. So let's get some white into that. Just get a bit more shadow underneath that. I want to trying to make a bridge of sorts. There you go. Let's get some more snow in over there. Just have fun, enjoy it. Enjoy the process. There you go. Don't know what that's looking like. I hope it looks okay. I hope it does. Again, I'm just going to get a little detail brush and I'm trying to make a handrail that comes down off the bridge like that. And again we put another one there. There we go. Does it look okay? It looks okay. I hope it does anyway. Just a bit of fun. Just a bit of fun. Put in a bit of snow. Down there like that. Put in a bit of snow just on the tops of these things, these little rails. There you are. Looks like it's a bit of snow just been falling. I love making paintings up as I go along. I don't really know what they're going to look like, but it's looking okay, I think. Quite happy with that so far. I like having fun like this. I'm just going to put a bit of blue in there now, like this. So let's get some more white. And just put some snow just on the building there like this. On some rocks there, look. We need to put some snow in there, some rocks here. Scraping that snow in. It's quite dark under there and it's coming in lighter. I dare say this wasn't planned when I had originally drew this out, but it's coming on. It looks alright. Starting to develop that Christmassy look about it. I don't know what I'm going to do here yet. I don't know. But I do know this is going to be quite full of snow. Because that could be a riverbank then. And it's just all gathered up on like that. go. Right, let's get some colour. Let's get some colour into this house. I don't know. Should I just, let me think. What I'm going to do is get my foliage brush. And get some white paint, some blue paint. And I'm just going to put in some tree shapes like this, because it's going to be quite blue. Because all this is full of snow. And get a little bit darker down there. Bit more blue and grey, some white. I go quiet when I'm painting. When I'm concentrating, I just go quiet. And you might be thinking, that's a good thing, Clive, because we don't have to listen to you waffling then. There you go. Starting to look something. It's starting to come. It's starting to come. Now, I've got to think. I think I am going to do this building. I think I'm going to use a raw sienna, because that's quite a warm colour. And I'm going to mix a little bit of burnt umber to that. Let me just get a little bit of burnt umber back onto my palette. There you go. Squidgy squidge. I'm going to get a brush. I've got these brushes soaking in my water container, but that's fine. So I'm going to get a bit of raw sienna and then mix a bit of burnt umber to it, because I'm going to paint my my house like this. I'm not going to be too fussy. Fussy, that's one thing I'm not. All I want is a Christmas card type of painting. That's all I'm looking for. If you want to paint something a little bit more realistic, then that's fine also. Looks a bit like a gingerbread house now. All we need is Hansel and Gretel. There we go. So let's add a bit of white to that now. Just change the tone. That's looking quite nice. I like it. I like it so far. It's a little Christmassy scene, and I don't normally paint Christmas scenes, but just have a go. You never know. Just have a go. May surprise yourself, actually. You may surprise yourself. It's looking quite warm and inviting, as Christmas houses go. There you go. And then just get a little bit of darker colour, just to finish the edges off like that. Nice. Now, I think what we can do is, I think I'm just going to do a bit more onto the trees there, because I haven't decided what I'm doing in the front here yet. So I'm going more white now than blue, maybe just a touch of yellow. Maybe just a touch of yellow, that would be fun. There you go. Put a bit of lighter ones there, because there's the light coming out of these windows, so they could be affecting the snow on the trees there. Don't overdo it. There you go. Don't overdo it. Let's put a bit of that over there now. There you go. Okay. Now, what I want to do now is I want to put some more snow on this. What kind of brush can I use? I use this little tiny, filbert, because I want to put some snow. On this roof. Like that. bring in a little bit of white down there like that. Bring some snow on top of this one now. Think about snow. Think about how it would fall. There you go. Let's get my stick. Some snow on that roof. You can see the blue that I put underneath it now is actually making it stand out a bit. It's making it look cold and frosty as it is. It is cold and frosty. It is. Wow. Okay, let's just get some definition into these little rocks and things that we got there. Searching for brushes now. Let's just get some ice and stuff just coming underneath that on that river. There. It's looking like a Christmas scene. It really is. I quite like it actually. We need to get a lot more snow though. I got an idea what to do now. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go around these. I'm just going to round these windows. Let me just put a little bit more yellow in there like that. Maybe if maybe you could be able to see a Christmas tree or something in there like that. There we go. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere we go. Make sure I don't get my big head in the way. you could do these paintings, and I've done these over the years, just basically just for Christmas cards, and I've taken pictures of them then, and I made Christmas cards out of them, and you'd be surprised, they sell, they really do. There we go. I have a front door, a little path, there we are, there you go. Oh, that looks quite good actually, I quite like that. I quite like that. Just put a little bit of shadow in, and then it's just a chimney pot. There, like this. Bit of snow on the top of that. Bit of snow on the windowsills. There you go. I'll come back to that in a second. Just put a shadow under there. That's what happens when you don't use the right size brush, see? That's okay. Just mix it in and play with it. There you go, bit of shadow. Bit of right, and what we need to do now is think of something that we can actually put in the foreground now. I'm flicking through some reference photos that I've got here. I have no idea what I can do in the front. I got an idea. Let's get a nice big brush. I'm going to get some more white paint onto my palette. Always use more white than you think. You really do. I didn't believe that when I first started. What I'm going to do now, I think, is I'm going to really dry this with a hairdryer, that section there, because I want to do something to that, to just to brighten it up a bit and make it look a little bit more Christmas-like. I really hope that's enough, because I'm going to have to stop wash my brushes in a minute. What I'm going to do now is get some white and some yellow over there. So I made this very thin, again, medium mix, www.clive5art.co.uk. And I'm going to put some yellow in on the snow like that. Bit of yellow over there. Some yellow in the front of that, because we've got light coming out of these windows. Bit of yellow there, coming there. Bit of yellow on that roof, and bring in some light. Bit of yellow glow in into these trees there like that. Maybe a bit just glowing through there like that. Bit of yellow down there. And you're going to have a bit of yellow just touching. There you go. Just giving it a bit of a glow. There we are. A bit of a glow there. Getting rid of that. Now, again, medium mix white. Let's do this again. Knocking that back a little bit more. Just killing that colour just a little bit, because it was a little bit dark. It was a little bit too it was coming forward a bit too much. We just want to hide the bit of that as well. One of my favourite tricks to actually kill back a colour that's really strong, and it just gives it that foggy look as well, because we're going to put some snow on this after. There we are. Just knock that back just a touch like that. Basically we can just put in some nice snow coming down like this. I had a question, what do you put in a foreground, Clive? Well, to be honest, I'm not too sure, but to tell you what I could do. Could put just snow. Because this is about snow, this is about winter. It's not about anything else really, is it? It's not about anything else. Got a bit of, let's put a bit of snow there. Nice lumpy snow. Put a few icicles. It's falling on there like that. Maybe you have a few there. You're going to have a few icicles because it's really cold up here in the woods. There you go. There bit of snow been blowing on this house. There you are. Bring in a bit of snow around here. Just a mass of snow. Maybe you can have a little. Shall we? Shall we just put a little? Shall we put there? Put there? Shall we? Get a bit more black onto that. I need a bit more black. I need some more shadow in that. You've got to have dark to show up light, so sometimes we need to put a little bit more black in than you may think. Put a bit of let me just wash that brush. We want to get a bit of yellow and white on that. I think that's what it's missing. It's a bit of yellow and white, just like as if the light from that house is just catching that. There we go. A little bit of light there. Let's put some snow. Underground there, like that. And we could have, let's put another, let's change my brush, because that's not going to work. Bit of burnt umber. Just tighten up the foreground just a little bit like this. And put some more highlights on that in a second. There we go. Maybe a little bit. Maybe something grow in there. What we could do then is get a script lining brush, which is a long, thin, pointy brush. Put a few twiglets and things coming out like that. Maybe a few of them got a bit of snow on them. There you go. What we can then do is get some burnt umber, some black, and draw a line like that. I need darker than that. There you go. I'll put another one then. Just there like that. Let's get some paint on my brush. Put some fence posts in. Just to section that off like that then. Don't have to be accurate. Because they're rough posts. They are now. Just put a little bit of a Christmas scene. So let's go back into our foliage brush. Bit of white. Touch here and there. That's like that, just to sparkle a bit of Christmas love into these trees. Like as if it's been snowing. There you go. Again, the script lining brush now, and whoops, overloading it with paint. You don't want to do that. It looks as if it's just been blowing down there like that. fun Christmas type of paintings. I love Christmas. I'm not a fan of Christmas type of paintings though. Is there anything else we can do to this painting, I think? I don't know. It looks a bit Christmassy to me. I'm quite happy with the way that's gone. I suppose I could darken down that. There a bit more. There you go. I think I'm quite happy with that. As a Christmas card painting goes, that's okay. That is really okay. I'm happy. So if you like what you've seen today, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. And that's down by there. Over there is another video you might be interested in, and there's 2 links down there. In other words, just grab a canvas and just let your imagination run wild with you, and just go for it, and don't worry about colours. Just go for it. That's what I suggest.